Harper and the Phillies looking to continue this incredible postseason run after they took down the Braves. While Manny Machado and the Padres are gunning for their first trip to the Fall Classic in 24 years. They sent the Dodgers home early. Game 1 of the NLCS coverage begins 7 Eastern on FS1 and your Fox Sports app. Dak Prescott will receive medical clearance this week for his thumb injury that he suffered back in Week 1. Of course, it required surgery. The Cowboys managed to go 4-1 without Dak in the lineup. The quarterback now says he plans to make his return versus the Lions this Sunday. Shannon, before Skip jumps in here, what will the Cowboys' regular season record be?
Skip, I could really see them being 12-5, 13-4. I think, and I've said this, Dak Prescott is an upgrade over Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush did what he was supposed to do. He kept the ship afloat, didn't put them in harm's way. He only lost one game, and Dak is back now. But everyone knows Cooper Rush's limitations, and we saw them on full display. It's the defense, though, is what's going to keep them in the ballgame, Skip. They've given up just 20 points once in 6 games this season. Number 3 scoring defense, number 1 in sacks, number 1 in pressures. And they have an opportunity when you look at the next 3 games, Skip, home versus the Lions, home versus the Bears, at Green Bay. And Green Bay doesn't look as daunting as it did at the start of the season. So that's 3 wins right there. And then the 5 games at home. They get the Giants at home. They get the Colts at home. They get the Texans at home. On the road against Jacksonville. On the road at Jacksonville. On the road at Washington. So they're 8 winnable games. So what are they now? They lost 2 games? Yeah, they could easily be third. I would say, you know what? High end, I'm gonna say 13-4. Low end, 12-5. But I'm more in line to say 13-4. I think that'll be their record. But I don't know if 13-4 is enough to catch Philadelphia for the division and get the number 1 seed overall.
So the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp just predicted that my Cowboys would go 9-2 the rest of the way to get to 13-4.
I can see that very happening with that defense. The way that defense is playing, and if you saw the way they played, Skip, that third quarter, the way they really shut down the Eagles, and it took the Eagles like, okay, we got to regroup, or we're about to let this thing slip away. As well as we played the first half, we're about to let this thing slip away, and then Jalen Hurts put a drive together to close the door. But that defense, your defense is legit. I'm going to give you credit. Your defense is legit. Offense needs.
I cannot tell you how much I hope you are right about them finishing 13-4. I predicted 12-5, and I will stick with what I predicted in the preseason because it's a little more reasonable to me than your 13-4, though I will take it and I will run with it. It will not win the East because it will not be enough to catch those big green machine, high-flying Eagles.
I don't know, Skip. Y'all might win out.
No. Or you win out?
Y'all.
Okay, we got to play your guy Kirk Cousins up there in Minnesota.
Oh, Kirk Cousins go get y'all, though. Kirk Cousins.
That's what I said. Okay. So here's my point. I am so happy because I now have a combination back at quarterback between Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, with a little Brady IQ thrown in. That's what I have.
No, you don't.
And I'm so thankful. Thank you, God, for dropping Dak Prescott right back into our laps, right on schedule at 4-2 with 2 gimmies at home against the Lions and the Bears. Oh, my. It's perfect because I now have a top 5 quarterback.
No, you don't. Stop saying that.
That's all I heard. No, that's all. He turned into that in the 5 weeks that he couldn't play.
Skip, you don't need top 5. Your defense is top 5. You just need a guy run the ball like you did the second half against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Run the ball like that. And Dak, don't put the ball in harm's way. Dak doesn't have to be top 5, Skip. Okay. If he can be 10, can he be 10 or 11? That's good enough.
Okay. All I need him to be is Cooper Rush. And I'm serious about that because Cooper Rush was really good operating this offense. Cooper Rush on Sunday night at Philadelphia engineered 17 unanswered points to get them back to 20-17. That's just what he does. And if my defense had made 1 third down stop, Philly converted 3 straight third and fairly sort of third and mediums by running the football down our throats. If I'd gotten 1 stop, I still believe with all my heart and soul, Cooper Rush would have gone and won that game. But no, they take it right down all the way home and scored thanks to Jalen Hurts, who's just sensational as a leader, a playmaker, a gamer, a baller. He's everything I fear the most in the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's going to haunt me and my franchise for a long time to come because he's just getting started.
Okay.
I need Dak to at least play or perform at the level Cooper Rush plays. I've given you from the start, he's obviously a better thrower of the football. He's he plays stronger. He's not really bigger than Cooper Rush, but he plays bigger. He plays stronger. He's slightly more mobile, though Cooper Rush did most of his damage on the run outside the pocket the other night. They were rolling him out like crazy. Right. So he can move a little bit, but I don't think he can move like Dak. I need Dak to stay healthy, but I do have in my back pocket, I still got Cooper Rush. If urgency calls, if all of a sudden emergency calls and I need Cooper Rush, I still got him. And you know and I know that he can, as you said, keep the ship afloat. Yeah. He can turn it into a speedboat. No, I'm just telling you what I just saw with my own two eyes for really 6 straight games. That they were performing at a little higher level. The whole offense was performing for Cooper Rush better than I've seen it perform.
Cooper Rush is a pontoon.
Okay.
He's a pontoon.
Okay. All right. Well, guess what the pontoon was? The pontoon was scoring 3 points against the Buccaneers on opening night. Thank you, Dak Prescott. The pontoon was coming out flat and lifeless against San Francisco in the playoff game and falling hopelessly behind. We were behind 23-7 after 3 quarters. Thank you, Dak Prescott.
Can I ask you a question? How'd you come out on Sunday night?
We hit, I told you, it was a bonfire of a buzzsaw. That defense is flying around. It is ball hawking everybody. It is running away with turnover differential. Yeah. It's up to plus 14. It's 8 clear of anybody else. I've never seen anything quite like this before.
Cooper Rush gave him 3 more.
Okay. And then what did he do?
He gave him 3. He gave him 3 they shouldn't have. I mean, I thought he was throwing the ball to Slay.
Okay.
I mean, he hit Slay. He
threw
Slay.
one bad ball. The other one was not a bad ball. He threw a good ball to Michael Gallup. CD. He was right there in his hands, and Bradbury breaks on the ball and gets his fingertips on it and tips it straight up in the air. And Gardner Johnson comes up with it. Okay, that's just, if he tips it and it goes straight into the turf, we're not having this conversation. Cooper Rush finally made one terrible throw to Slay, who was sitting all over it. And just said, thank you very much, Mr. Rush. I will rush this all.
What about your favorite receiver, CeeDee Lamb? Okay. What he going to do?
Okay, well, I'm worried about CeeDee. I'm worried about my receivers. But I need Dak to take that whole group up a level because that's what you told me he could do.
No. I thought you said Pro Football Focus had him rated 25th.
28th.
28th.
I haven't looked at what the grade is this week, but it couldn't have gone up. It probably went down.
How you expect?
And by the way, who was Dak's security blanket last year? Dalton Schultz. He's got a serious knee injury that has kept him out. He was no factor for Cooper Rush. The other night, Cooper Rush is thrown to 2 rookie tight ends, one a draft pick out of Wisconsin, the other undrafted out of Indiana.
Yeah, I like Ferguson.
Okay.
I think Ferguson.
How about my guy Hendershot? You like him? Peyton Hendershot?
I like Ferguson better than Hendershot.
Okay, well, I got it, but I'm just saying that we're reduced to that. That's what we got. So when you're catching me at the bad time because I'm deflated, I'm depressed, I'm dumbfounded by what I thought. Too. Okay, but what was my mantra through the offseason? I told you we will go as far as Dak. I mean, as Micah and the defense carry us.
Skip.
Okay.
You number 3. You got a number 3 scoring defense. You're number 1 in sacks. You're number 1 in pressure. What more do you want?
What did you see Sunday night? When in doubt, they ran it right down our throats. Because we're not strong against the run because we got pass rushers. See Micah, to me, he's the best pass rusher in pro football.
They try to put him in a dilemma.
Okay.
Anytime they saw him off the ball.
Not only did they dilemma him, but they just ran at him.
Yeah, when they see him off the ball, they put him in coverage.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he wants to attack the quarterback.
Okay. That scares me going forward because the blueprint is out. This is what you do. Just run the ball at Dallas. Run it at Micah. Right. Because sometimes they pull Micah off the line of scrimmage just because they need to get a bigger body in there, a more of a man body in there.
They had one bad game in 6. Let's just say for the sake of argument, Skip, over the next, how many games? They got 11 games. Let's just say over the next 11 games, they only have 2 more bad games.
Okay.
Can't you live with that?
Okay. What I can't live with is, and it just horrifies me because it came to roost again the other night, is CD makes one play, and he slams the ball across the first down marker, and it's a first down, and it's clear that he got it.
Well, you got to get mad at McCarthy.
Okay, it's Mike McPenalty, because all we do is commit penalties for Mike McCarthy, and when it's time for him to challenge, he's a bump on a log. He's like an innocent bystander over there looking up. Oh, yeah.
He did say he probably should have challenged, but he took the officials a word that his knee was that. Really, bro?
Stop.
I would have never said that out loud.
Okay.
I took the officials' word.
So my team has to rise above Mike McPenalty. We had 10 more. We're only 5th in penalties, as if only because your team is 1st in penalties. Your Broncos
running away with it.
Okay, I got it, but we'll be a dead heat. Yeah, we'll close ground fast on that. Which brings me to my owner, operator, GM, Jerry Jones. Can we overcome Jerry? Because listen, I love Jerry Jones. He is a genius marketer.
Yes.
He is a highly entertaining face of the franchise because that's what he is. And he gives great press conferences, sometimes kind of wacky, but they're just fun. We talk about him every day on this show.
Right.
But as a leader of the franchise, he's not what you call a natural-born leader.
Right.
He's more of a solo act. He does Jerry, right? But he can't inspire, he can't lead because it's not that's not what he's born to be. So your head coach isn't a leader. Your owner-operator isn't a leader. I do love my coordinators, but they're stymied because they're only coordinators, right?
They're stymied by the owner.
That's what I'm saying. I got you. So Dak needs to come back and reassert himself. And I'm saying the bar did get raised. I got you. At a combine, it would be a joke to compare Dak to Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush performed at a very high level. He raised the bar for Dak Prescott, and I need Dak now to live up to that bar. And what I need him to do, we got gimmies. We got Detroit and Chicago.
Oh, they're gimmies. You hear that, Detroit?
Gimmies.
You hear that, Detroit? You hear that, Chicago?
No, did you hear that, Dak Prescott? They're gimmies. I need him to take the bar up another level, and then I need him to go up to Green Bay. He's played well twice against Aaron Rodgers, once as a rookie, well, both times as a rookie.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Okay, and then at Minnesota, Cooper Rush won at Minnesota just last year. I need to see Dak win at Minnesota. Then we got that what's looking like pivotal game on Thanksgiving against the Giants. Then to your point, we get the Colts and Texans at home. I need Dak to do those 2 games. I need him to go beat the Jags at Jacksonville.